Hey, what's up YouTube? Mario here from Little Ladies up against AlmostParadise and eXcLusive in G1 Siege. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's jump into it. For this first match, we're going to hit this Clara, Savannah, Theo with a Feng Yan, Tetra, and Leo. I don't think this team has lost to this defense at all. It's a really solid team, honestly. The Feng Yan buff just made it even better. Alright, so the Clara doesn't have Will. We don't get the pushback, but she doesn't use skill 3. We're going to go for the Theo now. As soon as we get rid of the Theo, honestly, we don't have anything to worry about. He's pretty squishy, which means he's probably gonna do a lot of damage. We're gonna bubble up, and we're just gonna work on him. He counters. Okay, he goes for the Tetra. We're just gonna try to pop the Endure. Okay, yes we do. We're gonna try to put a dot on him. Okay, nice. We land the dot, so even if he procs, he's gonna die. And honestly, at this point, it's pretty much a win because the Clara and Savannah aren't really gonna be able to do much, even though they got the stuns. The Theo is going to die to the dot. Bye-bye, Theo. And now it's a 3v2. We can go ahead and skip this, but we're going to let this one play out just so I can give a quick shout out. I want to give a quick shout out to Nordix's from eXcLusive. Thank you for watching my videos. Hope you have a good one, and GG's. Man, this team is just too damn OP. Really solid team. Now, you might be seeing some pretty unusual teams this siege. Wanted to test some stuff out. For this next one, we're going to use a familiar team though. We're going to use Juno, Samath, and Perna into Clara, Savannah, Theo. Hopefully we don't get proc to death. Let's see. Okay, skill 3 coming out. We get stunned up. Pushbacks all throughout. Samath goes down, comes back. Okay, thankfully the Theo goes for the Juno. That's a really clutch play right there. Because we can maybe land the Oblivion. Yes, we do. And now we're going to go for the Savannah. Perfect, and now it's a 3v1, and that's a GG. I think that could have went wrong. Now for this next one, we're gonna hit another Clara, Savannah, Theo. This time we're gonna use Jolton, Windy, and Camilla. I've been using this team in my Guild War offenses, and it's been working pretty well, so I wanted to test it out in Siege. The idea here is that they're hopefully gonna target the Jolton, and they're gonna be hurting themselves. Look at that chunk of damage onto the Theo. He's super squishy. He's gonna go down ASAP. Okay, we get the freeze. And now we're going to work onto the Clara. Okay, the Clara's going for the Windy. Not what we want here. Ideally, you want them to off themselves with the Jolton. We get rid of the Theo, and that's a 3v2. And at this point, it's going to be a win because the Windy Camilla is pretty busted in Siege right now. We're going to go for the Clara and then the Savannah, just because she's lower on HP. But yeah, this is one of the kind of weirdish teams that I've been using, just testing it out. I could have brought something in a bit more like familiar. I could have maybe thrown in a Feng Yan in there instead of the Jolton, but it seems pretty good. I definitely wouldn't bring this one into the Tessa version. We do have Nordix's in the chat. Again, shout out to you, Nordix's. What do you guys think about this offense? I think no matter what, it's probably going to win with the Windy and Camilla. You could probably just throw in whatever for the third. Now for this next one, we are going to hit this Clara, Savannah, Tessa with the Trunk team. Hey Gang, Riley, and Belinus. I did have my Belinus on minus water, so I just threw on a minus fire real quick. I would recommend building your Belinus a little bit tankier than mine because it's pretty squishy. I used to have a slightly tankier set on him. Okay, skill 3 coming out. We're going to cut in with Hey Gang. Skill 2, we land the stun on the Tessa. Very nice. We're going to put the immunity up. Of course, we're going to proc out. We're just going to do some damage onto the Clara here. As long as we can keep that Tessa CC'd, we should be fine. We don't want to get Oblivioned by him though. Okay, not too bad damage from the Belinus. We don't get a stun. We're going to put skill 4 up. Just have the immunity again. And at this point, we're pretty chilling. Not much is going to happen here. We do have the immunity to tank the Tessa. We're going to try to get rid of the Clara first. She's going to die to the dots now. And now it's a 3v2. Looking pretty solid here. My Hey Gang is a little bit squishy as well. Probably need to beef him up a little bit. Even put some damage on him so he can do some damage to the Tessa. Now this is a really solid team against this counter. I'd have to say this is probably the equivalent of the Feng Yan, Tetra, Leo one for the Theo version. Like, you can bring that team into this one as well, but I just find it really sketchy with the double win and the Oblivion from the Tessarian. I wouldn't want to risk it. I know people still bring that team into it anyways, and it works pretty well for them. I don't know. Just for me, I wouldn't want to risk it. My luck sucks. Alright, we finish it off for another win. Now for this next one, we're going to hit another Clara, Savannah, and Theo. This time we're going to come into it with a Tractor instead of Jolton. I guess it's a little bit of a weird team, but it makes sense. Like I said, you could probably put whatever in that third slot and it's going to work. Windy and Camilla is just a really strong combo. And with Tractor, it's just going to be even better. I'm even thinking you could probably do it, although I would not recommend trying it. Maybe that's something I'll try in the future to see if it works. Now, I wouldn't recommend using Tractor just because he's really useful, and it's kind of a waste to use him in this team, especially with Windy. Unless you have a lot of Tractor Windies, but I only have 2 Tractors and 3 Windies. I might be building more in the future just because they're too good and you can just build a bunch of them. I know I used to say a lot that I didn't like to use dupes in Siege. And even at this point, I still don't really like using dupes in Siege. It can be pretty boring. Although it's really effective, it can be boring, and I don't know, it just makes me feel dirty. How do you guys feel about that? GG's. I just want you guys to know how difficult it is to record. Sometimes there's a fucking helicopter above me right now and the mailman's about to pass and the dogs are gonna go crazy. Now this is one of the weirder teams that I've been using in Guild War, but it's been working pretty well so far. So we do get stunned up, we cut in with the Ophelia, we provoke and stun the Sierra. And we're going to tank the hits with the Veromos. My Veromos is on a Rage Blade set, I believe. I was using him for my Giants team and I've just kept him as is. It's been working well so far. But I think he would be better off on the Vile Nemesis set with the tanky build instead of what he is on right now with a damage build. He doesn't even do too much damage, honestly, and he doesn't take too many turns. We get rid of the Sierra. Now it's a 3v2. Now that the Sierra's gone, I like to go for the Recon, use skill 2 to try to strip him and then just keep him CC'd. And at this point, it's pretty much a win. We do get the stun onto the Orion. We land the skill 2. We get collapsed. But we are going to get a little bit of a heal with the Veromos passive. And we just do some damage with skill 2. Again, it's not that much damage. That's why I recommend switching his set. But it's been working so far, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Since I'm probably not going to be using this team that much anyways. Let me know what you guys think about this team in the comment section below. It's pretty weird, but it gets the job done, and we do get the win. Now for this next one, we're going to use the standard team, Galleon, Tiana, and Poseidon for Geldnir, Ophelia, and Theo. I might have been calling Josephine Ophelia in the last clip. If I did, just forget that, okay? Alright, so they're all on Shield Will. We're going to strip that off. Skill 3 coming out. Can we get a triple? Yes, we do. Ooh, baby, a triple. Can we get the triple pushback, though? Okay, nice. We do get the pushback. Big heal coming out. High YouTube coming out from KOs. And we get the kill onto the Ophelia. Now it's a 3v2. We're going to go for the Geldnir. Theo procced out. We can go for the Theo. I was getting a little greedy here going for the Geldnir. We secured the kill onto the Theo. And we secured the win. Now for this next one, we're going to hit this pretty interesting LD defense with a Nana Celia and a Nikki. We're going to use a pretty weird team with Verad, Juno, and Anavel. I could have just Lucianed it, but I wanted to have a little bit of fun and use some weird teams. So the idea here is we're going to have that Juno passive for the heal. We do land the strip onto the Nikki. Nice. Anytime we get a debuff on the Juno, we're going to heal up. This Anavel is on a weird build. She has 100 resistance and gets every single debuff anyways. We get the AoE freeze. We're just going to TOA hell them, do some damage on each of them. And we're just going to save the heal. Extend the freeze. We get rid of Nikki. She's going to use her skill 3. Alright, just because she doesn't have the new transmog, we're going to target her first. And now we're going to go for the Celia since she has a defense break. Juno does a pretty good amount of damage with a defense break. And we get rid of the Celia. Now it's a 3v1 against the Nana. And it's pretty much a win. GG's. Now for this next one, we are going to hit this Geldnir, Kumar, and Abelio team with Fengyan, Aaliyah, and Tessa. I'm going to speed this one up a lot. This offense is going to be really safe. It's just going to take a really long time because they all have heals and they're very tanky, making it very annoying to deal with. I did put it on auto at some point, but then I took it off just because I felt like it'd be quicker if I did it by hand. But either way, it took a really long time. I tried to get rid of the Geldnir first. That way we don't have those annoying passive heals. But then the Kumar would cleanse it or the Belio would use his heal. Now that I think about it, I could have probably double sniped it with the Battle Angels. Maybe went for the Belio first and then the Geldnir. Not too sure how they would do against the Kumar though. I don't know. It might have been able to work. Not too sure, but we do get the win. And for the last one, we're going to hit this Ophelia, Theo, and Riley team with Fengyan, Amelia, and Tyrannus. Again, another one that I'm going to speed up. I like to get rid of the Theo first if possible. That way we don't have to deal with him. And once you get rid of him, you can just throw it on auto. It's going to take a while, but you should be able to win it. This is like the 4th time a helicopter passes by overhead. I don't think you guys can hear it, but there's always just some weird background noise. Like, I can never record in peace. Now the steel was hitting really hard even though I had minus 22 water on my Amelia. So it was probably plus water on the Theo, not too sure. Now we have an airplane passing over. What is this? I don't even live near an airport. Now I could have double sniped this one, but you know how my luck has been with Theo lately. He'd probably solo me. I've been doing pretty decent in Siege lately and I don't want to mess it up. We're going to try to keep it up as long as we can.
One eternity later.
And finally, we get a kill O'Reilly for the win. 10 wins in a row. Now let's go ahead and check out the contribution. I was at the top with 165 contribution, followed by Pure and then Ice. Then the siege ended and we have Mr. Stelia contribution again, taking the #1 spot. Shout out to Pure. Then I was in 2nd and we had Dino in 3rd. Now let's go ahead and open up this trophy box, see if we get anything good. We're not going to have any bonuses after this video. Let me know how you guys feel about the bonus clips at the end. Just been trying to keep you guys up with the summons. We finally get some LD pieces. Still no shiny box, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't mind, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.